I've always had this weird thing about the dark. It's not just the absence of light, it's the not knowing. Like what's really hiding in those super dark spots in my room. As I'm reading this right now, the darkness is all around. My lamp is like my only shield against it. When I was a kid, I always thought I saw and heard stuff. I never knew what. Maybe it was just my imagination running wild, but I definitely saw something. The dark scared me to death. It was like when those things, the shadows, the voices, the weird faces, showed up, I became some kind of doorway for lost, messed up spirits. But that was a long time ago. I stopped seeing and hearing those strange things, and I just got on with my life. I played music, read tons of books, and wasted time watching movies. Then last month, things went really bad. I'd been dealing with depression for a while, and I decided I couldn't take it anymore. I was only 19 and felt totally lost. I couldn't actually go through with it though. I guess I still thought my life was worth something. That night, I cried myself to sleep and then woke up suddenly an hour later. And that's when I saw it. The moonlight was shining through the blinds and I could see bits of its skin. It was pale with these strange pink marks all over. I was frozen, completely terrified. The thing was standing on my bed right above me. It was breathing super hard and making this silent, snarling face. It stood there for a few seconds, and then it ran into the corner of my room. I jumped up and turned on the lights. Nothing. It was gone. Everything looked normal. I couldn't sleep for days after that, and when I did, I kept dreaming about that thing staring down at me. I'd wake up gasping for air and covered in sweat. I figured the only way to cope with this was to keep the lights on. For the next few days, I used my laptop as a light source. I felt safe from that thing. It was working okay until the third night when my computer randomly crashed. It didn't make sense since it was practically new. I thought nothing of it and fell asleep, hoping to fix the problem in the morning. I woke up to the birds chirping and the sunshine in my face. I felt amazing. I jumped out of bed and opened the blinds. The sky was full of clouds. I went back to my computer to see what the deal was. I hit the power button, the screen came up, and I saw the password thing. I typed in my password and hit enter, and bam, the computer shut down again. I tried and tried and tried. Nothing worked. I started to worry that it was going to be like those creepy internet stories, which the computer would turn on by itself and show horrible, disturbing pictures. Luckily, that didn't happen. It turned out the battery was completely dead, which was weird since it usually lasts for 6 hours, and I'd only slept for 4. I plugged in my computer and hoped it wouldn't shut down again. It worked. I logged in and started searching for stuff about pale figure and pink blotches. Most of the results were just creepypastas about the Rake or Slender Man. This wasn't one of those. This thing was real. That night, I decided to sleep in the dark again. I expected the thing to show up, to stand over me like before, to snarl at me. But nothing happened. I tried it the next night, but this time I turned my TV to static, hoping it would attract the thing. Still nothing. On the third night, I just gave up. There wasn't any point in trying to find something that probably didn't even exist. I closed my eyes. A loud thumping sound woke me up a few hours later. It was coming from right outside my room. It sounded like someone was throwing a bag of rocks on the floor. With each thump, my heart started racing. The thumping got louder and louder until it was right outside my door. I squeezed my eyes shut, hoping this would work now like it used to when I was a kid when monsters were under my bed. The blinds were open, and the moonlight was shining on my door. The thumping stopped. Slowly, the doorknob started to turn, and the door creaked open. My stomach dropped. I closed my eyes even tighter, hoping it was just a dream and that I'd wake up in an empty room. I opened my eyes and saw it staring right at me. The creature soaked up the moonlight. Its face, covered in pink blotches, scars, and cuts, had eyes like black holes. It opened its mouth to reveal rows of horrifying teeth. Right before I closed my eyes again, it laughed. A disgusting, multi-layered laugh bounced off the walls of my room. The creature got closer, its eyes fixed on me. It laughed again, and then disappeared into the darkness of the wall. I jumped up and turned the light on again. Just like before, there was nothing there. Well, almost nothing. There was a tall black shadow on the wall. It looked dirty and old, like it had been there forever, and there were words written on it. "You are the vessel." My heart sank. I remembered all those times I saw shadows, heard voices and whispers when I was little. It wasn't because my house was haunted, and it wasn't just my imagination. I was the doorway for those lost spirits. I let them into this world, but I have no idea how. They came to me because I was always scared of the dark. They saw it as the perfect environment, plus my fear made me a target. They all surrounded me at night. The spirits, the souls, and that creature. They fed off my fear. It pulled them in. I haven't slept well since that night. I'm too afraid that I'll let even more freaky things come into my room. I always wondered if there was something out there, but honestly, there are some things we're better off not knowing.